Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Stanford versus Arizona college basketball matchup on Sunday, December 31st, 2023. If you like our free picks that we do every day here at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks and use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. These are not available on the website. The only way to get these is to text. But let's get to this one. Stanford taking on Arizona, and last time out for Arizona, a lot of people, including myself, were somewhat confident that Cal could at least cover the spread against the Cats, but they had absolutely no chance as Arizona came out in Pac-12 play and just absolutely busted them up. Meanwhile, Stanford enters this one at 5-6. They are 5-2 at home though, and 4-3 against the number. Last time out, we saw Stanford lose to Arizona State as a 5.5-point favorite. And, it's kind of the way that the Pac-12 runs. You can see the pattern, right? They played Arizona State. Now they'll play Arizona at home. And then when they go on the road, they'll play Arizona State and Arizona in that order. So they stay on the road and they just play the two schools that are locally geographically at least close to one another. One thing we know about the Pac-12, and while it's their final season, boy, when it comes to scheduling, these guys are probably the best in the business. And, maybe they can bring that to their new conferences, each of these individual teams. When we look at Stanford, they've lost 2 in a row, but, Arizona State, not a horrible team, but certainly not a world beater. And I think Stanford, the expectation was that they were going to get it done at home. They had lost prior to that to a San Diego State team, which is pretty underestimated for a team that went to the finals last year in the NCAAB tournament. Not really sure why people are down on San Diego State. But when Stanford has been called upon to step it up, the game against Arkansas where they went to double overtime was probably their best effort of the season. They lost that game by 3 in a game they were getting 6.5. And then the next time out against Michigan, they were pretty much out on their feet after, that war against Arkansas had pretty much taken it out. Then they had to play on back-to-back days. We look at Arizona, they had the loss to Purdue and the loss to Florida Atlantic. Two good teams. Purdue is ranked 1 in the nation. Florida Atlantic was a Final Four team last year. And, the win over Alabama, super athletic, and the win over Wisconsin. They have that win over Duke at Cameron. So it's tough to keep looking past Arizona because they are super talented and they've played a really tough schedule. They shoot over 50% from the floor and 37.1% from beyond the arc. And I don't think the Stanford defense has what it takes to hold these guys back. I think the Stanford offense certainly has some punch, and the Arizona defense not quite as good as their offense, and really, not great at all. They're certainly not a lower tier team, but they're more like a second 50. Not like a top 50 in these defensive categories, more like the second, tier of those. But I still think with their offense and just the way that they're playing, I don't know, man. I can't really buy into Stanford right now. I'm going to take Arizona, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.